All right, welcome back. I misspoke.
That would not be the first time.
Dang it.
Possibly the last.
Possibly the last. Fire me right now. Pull the hook. Kern County Raceway Park. Steve Hughes is here. And
Hey, how are you?
Good, man. How are you? You
I'm
had a
good.
busy weekend last week.
Yeah, big doubleheader last weekend.
How did that
Dirt
go?
and asphalt. It went well. Went well, man. Had a great time on Friday night and came back and did it the next night on Saturday. Great crowds both nights. So
Let me ask
we
you
were
this.
happy.
Let me ask you this question. There was some when you guys launched the dirt track and then you had the asphalt track. There was some concerns about the doubleheader. You know, like would there be dust going over on the asphalt track? Or,
Well, there is. Yeah.
How has that worked so far? As like the track prep
been
goes
good.
between two places.
You know, our facilities manager, Juan Gonzalez, always does a great job making sure that the pit area and behind the grandstands on the dirt track are very well kept, and the dust control is very good there. John Piker prepares the track at the dirt track and does a very good job where it's minimal dust. Even a little bit of dust or dirt or debris on an asphalt track, you know, can alter the handling of a race car.
Mm-hmm.
But so far, it's been great.
Yeah.
So.
And you don't have many of those weekends where you have the double headers. Is there
I think four this year total.
Is there one more after this or two more?
Yeah, I want to say on August 19th and 20th, we'll have another doubleheader weekend. And any farther than that, I can't keep that in my memory bank.
All right.
So.
All right. Mike, you were out there last weekend enjoying the races, and Buddy Shepard continuing to dominate.
Well, I wouldn't. I mean, he's winning races.
He's winning races.
But I'll tell you what, there was kind of a theme going on, wouldn't you say, Mike, in our last three main events, in the INEX Legends main event, in the NASCAR Superstocks, and the NASCAR Late Models. The same thing happened to the leader in all three main events. Do you remember what that was?
They weren't leading.
Well, yeah, that's right. The winners weren't leading up to the halfway point, and
Right.
a slower car in front of the leader. The leader picks the wrong line and gets pinched or gets held up, and the second place car comes around him and makes the pass.
And what's so funny is from up high, you can see it coming, and you know
Yeah.
it's going to happen. You can see that's not the way to go. And yeah, people got pinched high. People got pinched. Leaders.
They
got
just
high.
picked the wrong line.
They picked
just
the wrong line to
the
go
wrong
around
line.
a slower car, and the competition's so close, and they got to check up, and it's gone.
Yeah. So the last three main events of the evening, the same thing happened to the leader.
Well, let's look at the Buddy Shepard video we have that Mike shot, and from up top on KCRP from last weekend. And this is Buddy's 7th win, and it's about we got a lot of things going on in this race. I don't know where it picks up at, where this starts off at, Mike.
I'm not sure this.
Well, that's the initial
that's
start
the initial
right there.
start. And you see Buddy's back there
In the orange.
Fifth. He started in fifth
Scheidecker
place.
pushed right up there and allowed Ryan Vargas in basically the purple car, the dark blue car here, to get a good run on the outside. And this kid roared into the lead and was bad fast for a while.
Yeah, Scheidecker got stuck between second and third gear and had to pull into the pits. He came back about 10 laps down, but Ryan Vargas in that 23 Hoseman sponsored car, his debut at Kern County Raceway in a late model, was really starting to pull away from the 40
you
of
can
Adamo.
see how close it
and
is here
Shepard.
because
Yeah.
Shepard was quicker, faster than Admo.
By
But he
about a
just had the devil of a time trying to get by him, and he finally, I mean, this was lap after lap, and he finally gets after him there, gets him a little loose, and then he set sights on Vargas.
Yeah, and Vargas
So.
still stayed in front of him. I mean, had about 0.4 of a second lead on the 22. And as you can see, lap traffic right here. Here's the move. He gets pinched behind Jacob Smith, and Jacob Smith just held his line, didn't pull up, and Vargas got pinched behind him and is going to lose a position or two as the 40 of Cole Adamo's coming up here pretty strong to finish up second.
Yeah, so there's good racing throughout beyond this. If the video goes on, there's pretty good racing once Buddy got the lead. They were close, but then he got opened up a little bit of a lead, and then there's great racing between Vargas and Vernon and Cole Adamo here for second, third, and fourth. So
I feel like Adamo's like always like on the brink of winning these things and has yet to win one. Is he close?
He's very close.
Is Buddy invincible this season? Or
No, definitely not. And that was shown last Saturday night here. Cole Adamo actually qualified on the Budweiser pole for the NASCAR late models. Set quick time. He did roll a 6 and started in 6th position and wound up moving up into 2nd. So he moved up just as many positions as Buddy did.
Nice.
And see, there's some of that good racing there.
This was side by side for 2nd place for a long time. Hopefully, we're going to see Cole Adamo pass 2 cars in turns 3 and 4 here coming up shortly.
And they're right
I think
behind
it's
him.
The next lap
Yeah.
here that
It's kind of like a carbon copy of what we saw earlier with Vargas out in front and Shepard, Adamo, and Vernon battling for 2nd, 3rd, and 4th.
Right.
And later in the race, it was just Shepard out front, and then those other 3 cars battling.
It's
And
a
this
nice
is-
move here by Cole
Yeah, it
Adamo
is.
to get both those cars. You would think that higher line and the momentum would carry, but it looked like Vernon was a little loose there, had to slow up a little bit, and Adamo was able to get down low and make the pass. And few restarts here, which always kept it interesting, and it's where you want to start. And Adamo hung with him here on the low side for a little bit. But after that, the higher groove is the preferred
I'm just judging.
line.
I'm just about watching this here and listening to you two talk. This might be one of the best races of the year.
It was a good one, especially when you see
We gotta-
Ryan Vargas, who was very successful in the Inex Bandoleros. As a matter of fact, still holds the track record at Kern County Raceway for the Bandos. Come out his first time and really was running up front with the leaders. So that was great.
Hey, I'm kind of jumping around here today, but I just want to show this one picture. John, in the front of the slideshow, there is a picture of a back of a car. Can you show that for us real quick? I want to get.
I know where you're going with this.
I want to get Steve's reaction to this photo, courtesy of Tom Mock.
Well, if Mike was there on Saturday night, Chris Dalton in the winner's circle, we talked about all of his. I mean, I get just how emotional he was. He just paying homage to his brothers. As we all know that Chris Dalton is a veteran of the Bakersfield Police Department, one of the top K-9 officers in the city, and just put that sticker on there on Saturday after what happened in Baton Rouge and in Dallas, Texas, just giving honor to those fallen officers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What a tremendous a thing for him to do that, and he got his second win of the season on
First
the night.
repeat winner.
Yeah, and so he's turned things around then for a little bit here.
Absolutely, and he was really he was running in second. Bedingfield was out in front, coming up on a slower car.
We have that video as well. So
Yeah. And we'll get to see that.
Let's show the Dalton video. It's the second of those videos, John. And then here is the Chris Dalton video.
Yeah, as Johnny Bedingfield is calling me while I'm on the
on the show
on the Power Hour.
Right.
So I know he probably didn't like something that I said about getting pinched or getting behind a slower car or whatever. But here's the move for the lead. He did it pretty early and started pulling away from the field. Ricky Bird in the 23 car led the first few laps, and Gene Fife is going to go around the 23 of Bird as well as the 13 of Chris Dalton. Those guys were running 1, 2, 3. Perrin Kutstra, a distant fourth, but he's going to slide up and move up into fourth here as we continue these highlights.
And again, another fun-looking race and another good-looking car count. And again, it's not necessarily the number of cars, but how competitive they are up front, and that's fun to watch.
And there's the move right there. Eric Aldridge gets in front of Johnny, and Johnny's got to back off, and then he's going to lose second place to Gene Fife, and as Fife went up high. But man, I know Johnny was hot, and on the restart.
Johnny had clutch problems too. He was fighting clutch
He did,
problems
man. He was
all
battling
day.
transmission and transmission in, transmission out, and finally realized that it was the incorrect clutch that he had ordered. Had to put his old clutch in there, but he was smoking there about midway through, and was given a great battle side by side. Actually, he's going to lead this lap coming off the restart here, and then we'll see what happens coming off of turn number 2 here shortly.
What a beautiful night for racing too.
Even though it was in the hundreds, I think it was like at 101. As soon as the sun goes down out there at Kern County Raceway, that breeze blows. You're in the shade from the time the gates open. It does make it very nice.
And
So
I
it
didn't
looks
get
like
it, but
we missed the
yeah,
incident
he
with
just
Bedingfield.
he just pulled up there in turn 2. I don't know what happened.
Got loose out of turn 2, almost had it saved, and then kind of nosed it in and got the radiator and had to pull the car off. It was overheating. There was some fluid leaking, but it was just water.
So Chris Dalton ends up winning this race, and another, like I said, second win of the season for him, on the cusp of being one of our all area selections, and
Absolutely.
so very good night for him. What do you coming up this weekend?
Man, we switched gears real quick
I
there,
know.
didn't we?
I know. A lot going on.
We're going to have the NASCAR Spec Mods, which is a great, exciting division. We're also going to have the debut of the Race Car Factory Spec Late Models. Now, if that sounds weird to you, I understand that because it's the first time we're hearing it. It's the old S2 series,
Okay.
Taken over by the folks at the Race Car Factory. And they're going to bring 12, 13, possibly 14 cars to run twin 25-lap main events. So we're excited about that one. The NASCAR Mini Stocks, the 911 Racing Series, and some bar-to-bar racing action with Golden Empire Supermoto. We're very excited to have those guys back in action out at the racetrack.
Fun to watch.
Oh, it is. And
Fun to watch.
that dirt section is really getting a lot of attention this week to make sure that it is very nice.
The rest of the schedule for you, there's another little break here before you basically hit it hard through the end of the season too, and are you already into the planning for 2017 as well?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, we are. I just put up.
I think I wanted to mention this.
I just put up my huge calendar today, right behind my desk, and so we can start planning for that. As you know, the race dates for the 2017 SRL Winter Showdown were announced yesterday, moving it up a couple of weeks because NASCAR moved the Daytona 500 to the final weekend of February,
right?
Which kind of forced our hand to move it to the 9th, 10th, and 11th of February in 2017. So yeah, we're definitely moving forward on planning, in the planning stages right now of 2017, but we've got that date locked in for the Winter Showdown, February 9th, 10th, and 11th. We'll have practice on the 9th. Friday night, we will have the preliminary races or heat races on that Friday night, and then an early evening Saturday event to save that Sunday for our rain-out date. So we're moving it from a Sunday afternoon back to early evening on Saturday. And the folks from the SRL, we just couldn't be more excited and proud to be partnering with them again. Larry Collins, Brian Olson, Marion Collins, and especially the group of racers that they bring with them for that event to kick off our 2017 year.
Awesome, great stuff.
Thanks.
And then just wrapping up real quick from jumping back to the winners from last week. So we had Dalton, we had Buddy Shepard. What were the other classes?
Oh boy, Tyler Bannister winning in the INEX Legends, INEX Bandoleros, Cade McClinney. Junior and senior mini dwarfs. Oh boy, you're gonna stretch me out here. Juniors, of course, were Trenton Yurto, and in the seniors, back in the winner's circle, Kersey Young. And then on Friday night in our A mods, Brad Pounds got the victory there. Michael Johnson in the B mods. A very exciting race in the mod lights with Jeff Thompson getting the win. Lightning Lane McDonald winning in the seniors. And Trenton Yurto pulling off the weekend sweep, winning on the dirt on Friday night in the junior mini dwarfs.
Nice. That's an accomplishment. That's an all area performance right there. Right?
Absolutely.
So,
He's
on there. Trenton Yurto.
Second full year in competition.
Like many of the mini dwarf drivers, and I'll give him an excuse. He's 8. Trenton is a man of few words.
Few words,
like many dwarf drivers. I talked to him.
But I'll tell you
the
what,
autograph session, but he signs his cards and says Trenton on them.
And he's one of the best at getting out of the race car and celebrating. So raising those hands up, he's very exciting.
Awesome.
Yeah. Thanks,
all right,
man.
Steve Hughes, thanks so much.
Thank you, Lewis.
Appreciate it.
We'll
talk to you next week. We'll have a lot more to talk about next week, too. So we'll see him. We'll have Bakersfield Speedway prompts are coming up this time next.
Are you sure?
I think so.
Right.
Maybe. I think I saw.
I think I just saw Scott Schweitzer walk in.
Yeah,
absolutely.
All right. We'll take a break. We'll be right back after these messages.